Hi, what is your name and what is your relation to the United States military?
Yes, my name is Antonio Rogers. I am a ex-sergeant in the military,
What
uh, and the military. I was a maintenance sergeant.
what made you join the United States military?
Well, growing up in the type of environment that I was in, it kind of seemed like the best way to go, considering I had no other plans and either go to the military or stay in the streets.
Did you feel like your high school rendered you less resources outside of college? Like, did you ever feel like it was either college or military?
Most likely, really didn't feel like I was going to college. College wasn't really something that was big when my family, it was just the military just came about like either do that or tell where I'm gonna end up.
Did you know any prior history of the United States military as it related to the African American people?
Yes, the only thing that I really paid attention to was the Buffalo Soldiers, which was in Leavenworth, Kansas. They were the all African American cavalry. That was pretty much the only thing I paid attention for as the military.
While you were in the military, did you learn any history about the military that you didn't already know?
Um, mm, no, I wouldn't say it. Really, the military kind of focused on their background in a small way. It was more so like it wasn't really big that you knew the military background besides the major things that you already knew about the military.
Prior to your decision to joining the military, did you factor in your race? Did you ever feel like you might have been mistreated or discriminated against?
No, they never played a major card. They never played anything major in my mind that I was going to be discriminated against in the military.
Were you ever discriminated against to your face, or do you feel like you were behind your back?
Mm, let me think. You know, not really. No, not for discriminating behind my back. No.
During deployments, did you ever find yourself looking for other black people in the room?
Um, Doing deployments, I found myself looking for other black people in the room. Blah. Well, most of the people I majority hung out with in the military was African American black people.
Was that by
So
nature, or did you just flow towards them?
it was just I just felt more comfortable around them. We all pretty much like the same thing. We went towards it. Really, I don't know if it had anything to do with race, or we all just really connect with each other culture. So when it come down to sports or music or video games, we all just pretty much connect.
How old were you when you first joined the military?
19.
Were a lot of your colleagues the same age, or
No. When I first when I first got to my first duty station, it was a lot of most of the people who I hung out with was between 4, 5, and 6 years older than me.
during deployments, did you ever find yourself looking for during deployments in Iraq? Did you ever find yourself in culturally awkward or offensive positions? If so, how did you handle them?
Well, the only culture awkwardness that I found myself in Iraq was dealing with the different Muslims over there.
What about internally, as far as within your unit?
Within my unit, well, it was kind of a thing where one thing that I did notice was a lot of the blacks kind of hung with the blacks, the whites kind of hung out with the whites, and the Hispanics kind of hung out with the Hispanics. I don't know if it was a race thing or not, but maybe that's just the cultures that they was more familiarized with.
As a veteran of the United States military, how did the Colin Kaepernick protest make you feel?
Well, that really wouldn't. It didn't make me feel like anything because I feel that that's the country that we live in. It's supposed to be a free country, and if it's a free country, then he have the right to stand and sit whenever he want. If you're going to constantly bring up this is America and American value and goals, don't crucify somebody for their actions. If they decide to sit or stand, this is America. It can't be America for one thing and not America for another. You know, it can't be America when it comes down to the right to bear arms or freedom of speech. But then when somebody say, I don't want to stand for something I don't believe in, you know, you crucify him and you tell him he's un-American, but that's more so the American way. The only problem I did have with him in that situation is you do all that talking, but then you don't vote. That's the only problem I had with that. You can't go for, you know, say that this is the American way and I'm going to use my rights and I'm going to sit down, or my freedom of the First Amendment and I'm going to sit down and not stand, but then you don't vote. Like that, to me, I felt like you bringing awareness to the wrong thing.
Do you feel racism exists in the military?
Do I feel racism exists in the military? You know, in the military, if it is, they are very discreet with it. You really won't notice it. In the military, it's mostly about can you, what's the word I'm looking for? Military is mostly on like, what are you doing? Or are you progressing? Or are you standing still? Or are you hindering the organization in a way? You don't get me wrong, if you're somebody who's hindering the organization, then a lot of people tend to look down on you. And I think it doesn't matter whether you're white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian. Boy, if you an asset to the organization, then more people seem to look up to you and you go further. But for as racism exists, it's more so in the background to where when it get up to the officer level, that's the only time I see it. It just
How many years did you spend in the military?
7 years.
How old were you when you left?
When I left the military, I was 27.
Do you miss it?
Mm. Sometimes I miss it. You know, I miss the people. You know, you develop a bond with some of the people you in there with. So I miss the people.
Now that you're out of the United States military, do you see America differently?
Yes, I do.
How so?
Well, the military pretty much taught me a lot of values for as respect for the people in the green, the military personnel who fight for the country, you know. it taught me a lot of respect for them and the stuff that they go through while they're in the military.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome.